Hey guys, so here we are at 9:30 on Tuesday night, and this edition of Jazz Guitar TV of Design the Life You Want is my intro to space design. This is something I'm really passionate about, and I think it's really beneficial. And it's basically, I want to talk about maximizing and decluttering your space, but also how to design it well too, to just make a simple, beautiful space. So not only functional, but aesthetically pleasing. So welcome. This is my current home. I apologize, there's going to be like some bad spots that I never want to show people, but I'm going to show you because I want to show you some of the things that I want to work on during this challenge. So welcome. Come on in. So the first thing I want you to notice when you're walking into any space, and what I really focus on, is what do you see the first thing you walk in? And you want that to be kind of a pretty impactful thing, because it's kind of the same thing as first impressions, right? Your first impressions, the biggest one. So for me, the focal point is this wall here. And I mean, Matt will tell you for almost a whole year this wall went empty because I was struggling with what to put on there. At first I was going to put on like a big animal head, but it was just too much. In the end, I settled on these prisms, and I really like them. They're very simple in design, yet, and they hold greenery, they hold some air plants in there, so it's kind of like a minimalist, but adds a little warmth with the green. So I really like doing that. These knobs here are actually hooks. So I have them here as well, and in the winter time they work really well to hang up our coats, but as you can see, even if the coats aren't there, they kind of act as a nice visual piece, so they kind of work as double functions. Coming into here, into the bathroom, so I don't know, some of you might have seen my DIY kind of painting this wall here. If you haven't, maybe I'll post it again as a kind of fun time lapse. But basically, I painted this wall. It was just, it came in default white, and I just wanted something interesting. I kind of wanted wallpaper, but wallpaper would take a long time and very tedious. So I saw this thing where you can paint these lines, and that's what I did with this. So I'm just going to go over really roughly the apartment as is. Coming in around the corner, we're going to leave the bedroom for last because that's like the black sheep of the apartment. It's in horrible state. In this nook, I need a seating area. Ideally, I want kind of built-in, but for now, this works. And the good thing about this is it's a small footprint, but it also doubles as storage. So that was a nice little perk to that. And then coming around the corner, we have more of these hooks where we add some bags here. And then a big thing is I wanted to not have anything along to clutter this up, because you know how easily does that clutter up. So we made an effort, like all our hats and everything are in here. We can put wallets and stuff in there. Now you know where our wallets are in case you want to steal them. And another thing that I forgot to mention is right next to the door, we put this magnetic organizer, which works out really well because it holds, you know, pens and sunglasses, and just like if I have a letter to mail out, it's there, and our keys are also on the door. So let's move on to the main area. Come on in. Oh, and this was all done as well. This is wallpaper. We put in the border. This painting this wall was quite the challenge. Originally, we had moved in about a little over a year ago, and I moved in about 2 weeks before I was due with Tegan, so I was a very pregnant person that did not get to nest at all. And I was basically like a crazy pregnant woman that was going crazy and just, you know, frantically trying to get everything done. Originally, I tried to get painters to kind of get this look, but they couldn't do it. So I have pictures of me 9 months pregnant on the floor, like hand painting this. But I like it. It came out well. I hope you like it too. So if you come on in, you can see the details. The main living space. There's pros and cons about it. I'm still not completely happy with it. I still have to do some window treatments here. Also, in this area, I'm thinking I want to do a built-in. I've been wanting to do a built-in for a while here, so that's also an area that I want to work on. It feels a little cluttered and disjointed right now. And then also, this is a big thing. It's Tegan's play area. It used to be a lot messier than this before we got these bins, but even with these bins, one, it's too many toys, and two, it's still cluttered. So Matt and I are going to try to work on a better system for this, and also hopefully not have a play mat in the middle of the living room the entire time. And then, as you can see, there are still like random things about that I'd like to clean up. But throughout the space, when we decorated the place, I tried to kind of think of multifunctional things. Like, for example, this table is really handy. It comes out like this, and this one does the same thing. So, you know, you can sit. And then this is also, so everything, you know, has more than one purpose, as well as this dining room table. I'll demonstrate this dining room table another time because it's really cool. But it's round, but it pulls out to seat, what, it's like 10 people, you would say? And it looks really nice and elegant. And the best part is the leaf is built in, so you don't have to store an extra leaf. Okay, enough about this table. I'm going to show this table another time because it's really cool. And then the kitchen's pretty self-explanatory. I mean, like you can see.
Alex asked if it's bow concept.
It is bow concept. Good eye. And then, like, I've been working on this a lot, but there's just still a lot of projects around that could be decluttered more, purged, and just better designed. So I'm going to use this challenge to kind of finally complete the apartment, I hope. Like, things like this. Like, why do I need these little tea lights on the windowsill? I don't. These are left over from pumpkin carving, and I have no reason to have them. Anyway, my own little rant. But this corner, I warn you, it's horrible, but this is the corner of horribleness for me. I mean, it's like clutter all in one corner. And I don't know, the kitchen came like this. I feel like they just skimped out on the cabinets here, like it should have gone all the way around, but it didn't. And then I was just so afraid to kind of mess up the tiles back there by putting in shelving, that's the word, shelving. But there has to be a more elegant solution, and of course we should try to minimize stuff. Like this is for sanitizing baby things, which is actually very helpful, but it's huge. So most of the stuff we actually do use, but we need to just figure out a way to make it more efficient and also more elegant. So it's not this. So this is a big problem right now. So this is something we definitely need to work on. But going on, I mean, otherwise the space is pretty good. Matt did a great job here. This is okay, for those that don't live in New York, to have a washer dryer, this is amazing. Like, I still can't believe we have a washer dryer. But Matt did a great job, like, adding things like this. This does look a little messy now, but I mean, there's like hooks on the side. We definitely try to optimize it and use this stuff up here. We didn't have that before, so that worked out really well. Even the vacuum is in here. It's this tiny little vacuum that's awesome. It's a Dyson vacuum, and it's really great for small spaces. We can demonstrate the vacuum another time. So moving on to I realize I'm not going to be able to show you Tegan's room because she's sleeping. I mean, we could, but that could be dangerous. Matt's shaking his head no. This is Tegan's room. We'll show it to you another time. So, before we go into the bedroom, let me warn you, it's like the one place where I just threw all the clutter, and I keep saying I need to get in, I need to do it. So, you've been warned. Maybe before we do that, I'll just show, the bathroom's a little tiny to go in. It's similar to the other bathroom. There's a blank wall here. You're not going to be able to see it, but I do want to kind of create something here of interest, similar to what I did in the other bathroom. Maybe a darker color. I don't know why, because it's the master bathroom. I feel like it could be more cozy, is the word. So we'll see if I end up doing something like that. Over here, you want to show this closet? Oh, yes. Okay, I don't know if I want to show this, but Matt says I do. I have a lot of bags. I need to declutter my bags. I need to purge them. But for as many bags as I have, we really made the space efficient by putting them all behind this door. So this would otherwise take up a lot of space. So if you have a lot of bags, it's actually like use your doors, put hooks up here, and then you can hang a lot of bags or a lot of stuff there if you want to keep them. Matt's shaking his head because he's like, you need to get rid of the bags.
Somebody just hearted that. I'm not sure who.
Because, well, and honestly, I don't use the bags anymore. Although it's so hard to get rid of bags, right? Because I really like them and they're really nice. But I have to be better about that. And this is definitely something that I need to clean up. But, like I said, the hooks are great. So always think about putting up hooks behind doors and whatnot for additional storage. This is also, maybe you don't want to look at it too closely and focus on it because it's my to-do list. But Matt and I kind of put up a chalkboard, these vinyl chalkboards, which was really good and not even paint. You can just peel them on, and it's our way to...
Your bags.
Who?
Come wants your bags.
Oh, okay, come on over. If anyone wants to go bag shopping, I might be donating a bunch of them. I might cry a little, but I need to donate them. But if I know who takes them and I want them back later, then I can go back and take them. Anyway, so this is great to just have these chalkboard like walls here. One, you can take them off whenever you want, but then for us, it's perfect to like kind of put our tasks up that we need to do and that we can see it and just keep organized that way. I also, when we go to Tegan's room, I do plan on kind of painting a chalkboard wall for her so she can, you know, paint on it. Now, this is the bedroom, and I have good intentions for this bedroom, but they have not been realized yet. This is awful. So it's a combination of just, you know, open storage only works if it's like super minimal. If you just have a couple books and stuff there and you won't keep it constantly neat. It does not work if it looks cluttered, and this is the problem when it looks cluttered. And part of it's just because we have some stuff, like this is all my craft stuff. And also it's a lot of Burger Lift stuff, unfortunately. Like we're storing Burger Lifts and packaging here.
Buy Burger Lifts.
Yeah, if you buy Burger Lifts, then you can help me declutter a little. So this is a huge thing that's been bothering me. And it sucks because I basically wake up every morning looking at this, which is a horrible way to wake up because I'm just, you know, staring at this clutter. So this is going to be a big thing. We're going to work on this during this challenge. Other things that are a big thing is, so when we moved into the space, even though we didn't need a Murphy bed, from living in my last space, I wanted every object to kind of work two ways. And if I ever needed a studio space or a space to, you know, do extra work, I wanted to be able to do that. So I said to Matt, let's get a Murphy bed for the master bedroom, even though obviously it doesn't really need one. But the problem is, one, we never put it up, and then we end up putting all this crap under here. So it kind of defeats the purpose. So one, we got get rid of all the crap, but otherwise it's really cool to put it up. Oops, something just dropped. But it does go all the way up, and it's pretty awesome. And the other problem with this is, and Matt always gives me crap about it, is to save money, I got it unfinished because I was like, oh, I'll save some money and I'll just paint it the room color. But the problem is when I went to paint it or have a painter do it, they all told me not to do it because it was going to look awful. And just because of the material, I don't know. So it's basically been left undone for this whole time, and that's also kind of very sensitive to me. And Matt keeps saying to me, oh, you should have gotten it done. I mean, I should have gotten it you know, you can get it like lacquer, like white glossy thing, which is what I would have done. If anyone knows someone that will go and put it on after the fact or has a good solution that wants to help me kind of finish this off. I was thinking about wallpaper, like the temporary wallpaper. At one point too, sticking this on and then having like painting this a contrasted color. I don't know. Anyway, this also, for my sanity, I need to finish. I think that's it, right? Did I miss anything? That's the basic gist of it. So, except for Tegan's room, but we'll come to that later. So I just wanted to do kind of a brief intro of what this space is now and what specific things I wanted to work on, because I have been working on it constantly, but it can be even better. So yeah, I'll keep you updated, and along the way I'll show you different items that I find really useful, especially in small spaces. And in Tegan's room I'll show you there's like these convertible cube beds that we found. That's really good to have as well. I don't know, does anyone have any questions while I'm still on? Matt's shaking his head. No one? Okay then, guys. So with that, I guess I'll say goodnight. And I'll see you next time. I'm going to be consistent with this and come on at 9:30 every night, every weekday night, I should say, at least. So feel free to keep on getting sick of me, because I'm going to be here showing you all sorts of things about space design or exploring life or fitness or maybe some food hacks. It's going to be really exciting. Anyway, have a good night. Thanks for listening. Bye.